Hello, good morning, good evening. How are we doing today? I'm gonna use my stream deck there. That's not gonna work, is it? No. Don't wipe my nose before I turn the camera off. On. That's it. Yeah, there we go. Hey, how are we doing today, guys? Is this meant to be like that? Can't tell. Who knows? I don't know fashion. Sly, what's good, buddy? Are you ready, man? Yeah! I'm here to find out some more info. This is very loud music. There we go. Is that better? It's still a little loud, isn't it? You ready? Hell yeah, buddy! I got a fresh coffee. I got some water. Oh, we'll give ourselves like a minute or two, and then we'll jump on. You got your snacks as well? Oh, dude, what snacks you got? Snacks you got, buddy? Oh. I feel like you're gonna make me hungry though. Maybe don't tell me. No, I think the best thing to do is to try and come up with what we actually want to see today. So obviously, like the big almost mid-season finale obviously was the last episode. So naturally, there's gonna be less happening in this episode. It's just the way TV is, right? It's not gonna be all go. So we're gonna probably see things like if Saul discovers who May is. I doubt it though. They're not who May is. If that May is there instead of Osha. If probably him dealing with what just happened, because the guy lost like everyone around him, including his Padawan in that whole mix as well. And then we'll see if Saul actually manages to get back to the council or not to find out what's going on. So we'll see. We will see. You saw someone bring up a good point about Saul and May. All right, hit me. Ah, is that how you spell May? He doesn't ask, where's May? He says, where's your sister? So they theorize that maybe Saul does know. I like that idea. I like this idea. That is an interesting train of thought, and it isn't what I thought of, actually. Now, I hope that's the case, then. I hope it's like... Do you remember, like, in Phantom Menace, right? Where Padme's like... I am Queen Amidala, you know what I mean? And you just see Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon going, yo, lol, she finally said something. I want it to be like that. Like, yeah, of course I knew. Of course I knew. But we'll see. I think it's going to be exposition. So I want to find out a couple things. I want to find out if the Jedi actually find out what's going on. Will Saul make it back? And maybe we'll see more about the Sith now. So we'll see. It makes so much more sense than our idea of they wrote themselves into a corner. I feel like in some ways the show, maybe not this in particular, but a lot of things feel like they've written themselves into a corner because they're writing about superheroes. Like little things like Saul, for example, had to run and catch Osha. Little things, you know what I mean? Whereas in the exact same episode, sorry, 2 episodes prior, you see Master Kalaran, what's her name? The Jedi that died at the very start. You see her catch someone with the Force, like from quite far away as well. So like I think it's just very, very little things. Also, May has the whole head mark, so it's like you can tell for looking. Yeah, that's true. Maybe we'll see him like secretly just be like watching it sleep, just like lol. Still got the marking there. I think they try to show her like covered it up or anything. I think it's because like the interpretation that like obviously May thinks she's tricked Saul, but maybe because she doesn't fully know what the Jedi are capable of is why she thinks that way. there's so many little the Force could do that things no matter what where in Star Wars history they have to work around it absolutely. And do you know what? I saw someone complaining about the Kilmere's helmet when he like headbutted the saber and it like turned the saber off. I was like, that's how you know you don't know your expanded knowledge. And the funny thing is we don't know like that armor can repel lightsabers because we've seen it with the Mandalorian. We saw Beskar, man. I think arguably Beskar's better because it can't be so easily broken. Unlike I can't remember what it's called, that stuff. The beginning of the D? Who knows? Right, let's get started, dude. Let's get freaking started. Let's watch this show. Alright. Are you ready? Yeah, Disney's retcon again is like the retcon is the EU stuff. But to me, the funny thing is though, it's retconning by the EU was never full canon anyway. It was always treated as a separate bubble, even with Lucas. They're just using the like. Let's face it, right? Expanded universe is like a dream to some of these writers because if they want to know, like, hey, does any of this cool shit exist? Oh, let's just go check and looks like it does. So they just go and grab it. Like I think Filoni said, whenever we look at adding something, we go and check expanded universe and see if it already exists. And if so, we'll just adapt. We'll take that and adapt it to fit into like actual proper universe stuff that's by their standards. I was like, that's actually quite cool. I like that a lot. Okay, let us get this started. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. As usual, we do not skip recaps, intros. I still don't like how, like, of all the people that like Soul just got sent so far away. I saw some people. Yeah, God. Yeah, where is she, your sister? There we go. Yeah, some people theorize that Kimo himself is an acolyte, or like he's looking at finally branching out on his own. It depends how you look at the rule of two. Like, is it always two Sith, or is it the Sith are always in pairs? You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a cool looking place. That's stony. It reminds me of like the Zepho stuff in Fallen Order. Okay. I'm hoping we see more of a side to Sith than just like hate. Like, bring back the Sith that had a passion for life. You know what I mean? This is something we need to see Sith be like. So are they on a new planet now as well? It must be. Don't drink mystery fluid in a mystery cave, Osha. Right? She's like, oh yeah, I'll just give it a sniff. Hey, that looks like the place that that Luke went and hid on. Like it looks like the same. I can't remember the name of the planet now. The planet that he hid on during Force Awakens and Last Jedi. Yeah, like, not that it would have helped, but I would have also, I would have actually poured some of the water out. See the color of the liquid. What the hell are they? Wouldn't be Star Wars though without some weird creature. Yeah, because it just said unknown planet, so maybe we'll see something like the ancient temple of in passing. Did you see people freak out when they asked like if what is he or they, thinking that he was being like progressive? It's like no, it's a literal like furball. Man, he's a damn good actor. Is the test gonna be like he? Oh no, he's talking to it. Okay, okay. Okay, he looks much more obviously Sith now. With that robe. Now you can see it in better lighting. Is that the closest to nudity you've ever had in Star Wars? Yeah, he knows. Let me put it right. You've seen what he can do. He didn't have Sith eyes. I don't. I think sometimes the Sith eyes, I always perceive them as they were only there when you were like particularly like imbuing yourself with dark side stuff. Like I always saw it as something that was never like permanent, but I could be wrong there. I always saw them as like a temporary moment. You gotta figure out how to fix it now. Expansion region, nowadays known as the Outer Rim. Yeah, the second emitter. Yeah, you can't see it. Yeah, because you see him. He like pulls it out like this, like and then it's cool as hell. Wait, did he say he was a Jedi? Oh, he's done that on purpose. I think she's like recording him or something. I feel like she is. I'm not gonna lie. Good, Anakin. Good. Kill him. Kill him now. So how will these dudes react? Motion sickness with hyperdrive? Okay. Do you know what's cool about seeing like Jedi with like that species though? Because you can play them in SWTOR. Funnily enough, does it technically count like Luminara? Mm-hmm. There we go. Was the Pip droid the giveaway? Where's he going to then? Is this how they're to get the technical? Sol didn't tell them that they were Sith, but he's gonna see they're all cut up by freaking sabers. So what are they gonna do? Assume that Sol did it, and it wasn't Sith? So that's why it's so broken. I feel like he's repaired that helmet quite a few times. The original wearer of that helmet. At this point, just do what he says, because if he wanted to have killed you, he could have by now. Let's be really honest. He killed Jedi far stronger than Osha. You know, it wouldn't be hard for him to deal with that. Just try the damn helmet on. You ain't doing anything about it if he decides to get rid of you. God damn, that's brutal. That's the two headless Jedi. Oh no, that's not there. Because there were two headless Jedi, isn't there? She has the whip. I think she's letting him just go on his tangents because she doesn't want anyone else in the order to know what's just happened. I think. Imagine if she's a Sith Master. That's why he's got that weird curved scar on his back. Oh. Oh, come on! Alright, never mind. I thought the end of the show right there. Sorry, I let that out. Wait, is he living in a ketosis mine almost? Is that what she saw? He can't see a thing out of that. Was he just fighting within the Force? Yeah, there you go. Was he just fighting within the Force? Like that I know like helmets like in medieval had such little fields of view, right? But I feel like the dude was fighting with the Force. Cause you couldn't see a damn thing outside of that. Yeah, it blocks all your senses except the Force. That's kind of sick. I don't think I fully took it in until I saw her put it on. Fully blind, fully deaf, all fours. So do you know like when he said, "Oh, was that her name?" Do you think that's the reason why like he genuinely didn't know because like he never learned her name on the other planet? I see. Most of the time, I don't feel like it, but that episode is an occasion where I wish the episodes were a double parter. I would say that's where I wish that's where the episode should be longer because that one there like that's all set up for the next episode. But like, why not have the setup and the payoff in the same one? You know, or not even the payoff, but like at least give us a little sprinkling of information. I think one thing's clear though. In the next episode, we're definitely gonna be getting we're definitely going to be getting a flashback, I think. I think they're going to fully... Because I think there's going to be another classic case of... No... Same thing with The Last Jedi. It's like, everyone has different perspectives of what happened. Right? May hadn't shared what she saw at the events. Osha shared, remembers her little snippets of what was said and what happened, right? And then now Sol is going to provide that clarity of what actually happened, and that's going to be, because I think we've seen a trailer of Lobaka. Was that the name? No, the name of the Wookiee Jedi. Like, I think we've seen a clip of him do something that we haven't seen yet, which means I think we're going to see obviously what happens in the next episode. I think we must do. He's going to go over what happened, show his side of things, and it's going to show probably that, Kelnaka. Thank you, it's Kelnaka. Wait, so who was the first Jedi that died? Because I said Kelnaka earlier, but I said it wrong. Who was the first Jedi that died? At the very start. The lady. Flashbacks to what happened in the past to fully fill in the blanks. Yeah, we're gonna see the events in their entirety now, I think. I hope it doesn't do this. Do you know what could happen? Sol fully enlightens May, right? As to the full extent of what happens. It makes May realize that she's been chasing this whole thing for no damn reason, and going crazy for no reason, and she puts away her hatred, etc., etc. Somehow she doesn't get put in prison or whatever by the Jedi because forgiveness or whatever. And then on the exact opposite, we have Osha, who embraces her hatred, learns to feel more anger. You know what I mean? That kind of whole vibe. And then it's going to end up being those two trying to duke it out. Trying to convert each other back. I could genuinely see that happening. I really hope that's not how it goes. Unless we just find out that Osha actually is a good Jedi. The alternative. She's actually really good. You sick of redemption arcs? I know. It's the whole thing with it was Kenobi letting Reva go. It's how many Jedi do you think she she was betrayed by Anakin, when she was a youngling, but how many Jedi she killed as an Inquisitor, and she just walks off redeemed. But yeah, no. I'm curious as to where it's going. Yeah, this episode is one that makes me think, oh, please give me longer episodes. But it's not that I'm not enjoying it though. The only issue I have with this kind of storytelling as a whole, it feels like they made a show that was designed to be binged. So they haven't thought about the week. They thought about people watching this show in a year's time, 2 years time, 3 years time, whatever. After the release, so they thought about how many people. They got a stat on how many people just wait for a show to finish coming out and then you just binge it all in one go. I know 3 people like that with a show. They're oh yeah, I'll watch it, but I'm waiting for 7 episodes to be out, because then by the time I binge it, the next 2 will be out and it'll be finished or whatever, This show feels like they made a whole thing and they made a complete story and then just put a cut in places they think would be roughly okay. But it seems to be episode setup, episode kind of payoff, episode setup, episode kind of payoff, and then kind of repeat. Andor was setup, payoff, setup, payoff, but it was guaranteed, right? Guaranteed that it was the 3rd episode was a payoff arc every time. But they built up so much more though. I feel. Hey, how's it going, Nazo? The running Sly Cooper and SGDQ. Okay, cool. I'll watch that in a bit, man. Thanks, dude. Hell yeah. Hey, Sly. Dude, you want to do a theory video with me? I got an idea. What if, the Sith Master is the green person? Oh, that could be fun. That could be a fun one to write. I might enjoy that. They're doing the weekly release to keep the longevity of the series, but it was designed around the binge model. Yeah, exactly. They're trying to have their cake and eat it. You know, that's I think because I think one thing I liked about Mando was like you would have the grand plot and then you'd have mini stories, right? And the mini story would always resolve in that episode, but then the grand plot would most of the time get progressed. Most of the time. There was the occasional episode like that Frost Planet. I loved the episode, but like it didn't progress the story at all. They're running season time after Sly 3. Do you know what the funny thing is? I need to play all those stuff. I haven't played Sly 2 in like a week. I need to play some Sly 2 because I need to keep writing that video. I'm really enjoying writing that one. The funny thing is I've actually got 4 videos currently in writing right now. I've just got that usual thing where I'm writing and then not filming. But no, thanks, Lazo. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think this whole show has been this whole show has been designed around the binge model, but then released weekly to keep monthly. Because let's face it, like I think I'm one of the few people who keeps a Disney Plus because I like the idea of being able to watch Star Wars at any point. Because like sometimes like I'm having a terrible night's sleep. Like this happened ages ago now. My hay fever was so bad I just couldn't sleep. So what I did, like I went into the lounge. I popped Phantom Menace. No. I put on Return of the Jedi. But I put Return of the Jedi on. I had a blanket. And I just like laid there and like just in and out, drifted to sleep and back. And I like having Star Wars on hand for those occasions. Because like if I'm ill and I don't really want to focus too hard, but I want to enjoy what I'm watching, I'll chuck on something Star Wars related. And there's so much Star Wars stuff nowadays. I actually almost get like Star Wars paralysis now. Because I'm like, ooh, I could watch Mando. I could watch original. I could watch prequel. I could watch the finale of Kenobi. You know what I mean? I had all these. I could rewatch Ahsoka again. You know, I have all these different shows now. I'm like, what if? I want to put together like an ultimate collection of Clone Wars stuff and like how to watch it. Watch something from every season, all the vital episodes, but then cut out all the joke and fruit. Cut out all the joke and fruit and all the random tangent ones. Now says, I'm not contributing to Star Wars, but Ting, the Sly games that they are running is just episode 1 for both. Oh, just the first episode. How weird. Yeah, because if anyone doesn't know, like the way Sly works is that the episode is like a chapter of the game. So episode 1 is like chapter 1. That's the best way to look at it. Like a chapter in a book, a chapter of a game. It's the best way to look at it, but they call it episode. Or like part 1, part 2, whatever. Did you watch Empire over and over? Man, I love Empire. I love it. But yeah, that episode was like, there's not really a massive amount to discuss. There's definitely some things you can theorize and think about until next week. It's one of those. I do like where this is going. I'm gonna have a feeling that when this show's over, right? I actually might do this straight away. When the show's finished, I might just binge it all in like 2 sittings or something. To be fair, with how long it's going, I could probably set aside 1 sitting, really, because most episodes are about 30 minutes, roughly. It's like 25 to 35 minutes. It's probably the average length of each episode. I could probably sit down and watch them all in one sitting. And I wonder if I'll find it I bet I'll find it a much more cohesive experience. I think I genuinely will. And I'm actually going to do that as well, because I want to, it's like my little theory, like, just for what they're trying to do. There was a lot of lore there, but it felt like it was tying up the previous episode and building up to the next. Yeah, because I feel like I feel like every time, right, we watch an episode, and this has been the case for almost all of them as well, with maybe the exception of the first one. Yeah, the first episode actually ended how it should have, you know, with the showcasing of the saber and like, oh, who's this mysterious person, right? That ended how it should have ended, right? But every other episode, pretty much since then, has felt like half of it was cut away. I'm just like trying to process it now. Yeah, I think that's actually true. It doesn't matter which episode. It felt like you could attach the other episode in front of it, no matter which episode it was, attach it to that one, and it would feel like a complete episode still. And that's, you know what I mean? Like that's what it feels like. You could combine 2 and 3, you could combine 3 and 4, 4 and 5, 5 and 6. Well, 5 and 6 maybe would be a bit of a struggle. Depends how. But otherwise, it feels like you could always just attach the episode onto it, and it wouldn't change much of the cohesiveness of how it's gone. Like 4 and 5, like 4, like obviously it was like the huge cliffhanger, but I felt like you could have very easily just plopped them together. Because to be fair, what might have happened is they might have made hour-long episodes. It might have been like a 5 or 6 episode thing, and they've gone, hey, by the way, we would like to have this many episodes. Can you just do some cool work and just cut it where it fits? And then that way, because we have a target of like, we want to get at least two monthly subs for this show. So can you just make sure it lasts that period? And they're like, yeah, cool, sure thing. But we insist on including 1 and 2 in the premiere. Yeah, actually, that's true. Yeah, that's actually the thing. Actually, yeah, they're like, oh no, but we need this thing to be whole, so we're just gonna call it episode 1 and 2. So people don't expect hour-long episodes. That's that's probably not what happened at all. But that's what, in my head canon, that's exactly how it feels like what's happened there. Absolutely. Oh man, I don't know why I'm even theorizing so hard as to what Disney's doing behind the scenes, but hey. Overall, no, I enjoyed it. It's one of those things where like it's just waiting. So I didn't actually. Usually, I get like a snippet of the criticism. I heard very little criticism for this show, which for this episode, which made me really believe that probably not a lot happened. Because let's face it, when anything happens, we always hear someone talking about something, someone raging about something. I saw them really funny. I shared it with Sly, but there was Jesse Cox on his on the Geek Enders podcast. He talked about sci-fi fans saying how they probably just need to chill out a little bit, because he said doesn't matter what sci-fi show it is, Babylon 5, Star Trek, Star Wars, etc. But it's always been like 80% throwing stuff at the wall, seeing what sticks. Usually pretty nonsense, and then 20% some of the best stuff you've ever seen in your life, and that's been like every show, Star Trek, Star Wars, all of it. I was like, you know what? He's kind of right, because you could honestly that's Clone Wars down to a T. That's Clone Wars down to a T. It's probably the first season of Rebels as well. There's quite a few of them. Oh man, yeah, I need to. I want to write a video. I'm feeling it. Some of the hatred seems to have kind of partially died down. I'm still getting people like I don't know why Instagram feels like I enjoy people hating on the show, because I keep getting recommended it in reels. But I'm not really gonna engage with that part of the community. As in like the anger side of it. We'll criticize it. Absolutely. But I can't. I'm not here. I ain't here to get angry. I have real things I can get angry about. You know what I mean? Like in the end of the day, right? If this stuff offended me that much, you know what I'd do? I would unsubscribe to Disney Plus, and I would download the Blu-ray or buy the Blu-ray for the anything that existed under George, and then I would just pretend that's all that exists. And then I would just buy a bunch of expanded universe books. And I tell you what, I'm listening to Fate of the Jedi. Bloody fantastic series. I'm actually really enjoying it. And it's great. There's so many great expanded books out there. And if you guys are looking for an old canon book club, where, as in like when I say book club, it's a podcast. It's by Jesse Cox, Matt Davis. Is it Matt Davis? Davis something. And Alex Fasciani. I'm sorry, Davis. Go and listen to that, because they are currently doing a like they are reading and watching Star Wars in the release order it came out, and then each time they are writing or they are talking about it. So they've done like New Hope, Holiday Special, the first the Han Solo books, the Marvel comic run, and they're doing it in order of everything. So if you're looking to engage in just the stuff that existed before then, they're gonna be making that show for a long time if they keep at it, because there's a lot to cover. There's a lot of books, a lot of comics, a lot of everything. So yeah. Sci-fi fans take it so serious, like they're watching stuff about dudes in space, ships with lasers, space wizards with laser swords. Yeah, laser swords, the Force, mystical kinetic powers. There's all these different things that you don't have to take that seriously. Yeah. If it was like so against if I was so against the modern stuff, I would just not watch it. Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell the other guy that was so mad. I was like, I'm gonna be honest, dude. Usually, I try and convince people, like, hey, give it a shot, watch it in its entirety, see what you think. But the reality is, if you know you're not gonna like it, just don't watch it. Don't stress yourself. Don't waste your. We have a limited time on this planet. You don't have to engage in things you don't like, especially when it comes like this isn't like going to your job and make sure you get paid. This is watching a make believe universe that you decide to engage with. You don't have to do anything with this. You just don't have to do it. So, hey, who knows? That's just my theory for now. A game theory. No, I'm kidding. Right, guys, I'm gonna head off. I hope you guys all enjoyed the watch party. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna go write a video and possibly, hopefully, record it at the same time, record it as well, and get it out in the next day or two. But yeah, we're setting up some big things, and I think now's the time to get this kind of video out because we know enough pieces of the puzzle to actually try and put something together. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll purposely throw outrageous stuff out there just because otherwise what else do I think about? Like, for example, when I made that video about the armorer being the spy, there was no way in hell I believe she was a spy. But it made for a great video. I didn't believe for a second she was a damn spy. But I was like, you know what? It's an interesting line to go down with the show, and just to see. The outrageous theories are the best part about watching these shows as they are. Exactly, because what am I going to do? Figure something that makes sense? Yeah, I mean, it's a crazy universe with laser swords, That's the reason why we go mad with this kind of thing. Because it's a mad universe, so go mad with the theories. What's the worst case scenario? You're not correct? Oh, no. Fun to think about. Anyway, guys, have a wonderful evening, wonderful day, a wonderful afternoon. And I'll see you all hopefully next week for episode 7. Otherwise, if you're looking for more of my voice because you're mad for some reason, we have other videos on this channel. We also have a gaming channel where I stream on Twitch 4 days a week. No, 5 days actually. 5 days a week. I'll be playing some more Ascar tonight. But anyway, guys, remember, the Force will be with you always.